Before we begin and dive in, take a breath with me. There is nothing you need to fix here, nothing you need to become. Just listen and notice what responds inside you. Welcome to Muse Haus, a space for the inner world, a place for thoughtful conversations, honest reflection, and remembering who you are beneath the noise. I'm Tara Lee, and all of you is welcome here. All of you is safe. Let's begin. I've been quiet, and for a while I thought I owed an explanation for that. Maybe you know that feeling when you've stepped away from something, a dream, a friendship, a creative project, a business, a version of yourself. And when you return, you feel like you need to justify where you've been, to explain the silence, to prove you weren't wasting time, that you were growing, healing, learning, doing something worthwhile. But the truth is, I've been living, and living has asked a lot of me lately. I remember this morning, this year, before 10 a.m., someone I deeply love had relapsed. My father had left to begin a new chapter, an exciting chapter. A family friend suffered a heart attack. I stepped in to care for his grandson. Our family dog, I needed to rush to hospital after a tick bite, and my house was full of teenagers. And 432, a vision years in the making, was sitting there waiting for me to finish the final pieces before opening its doors. All before 10 a.m. And there I was, standing in the kitchen, coffee growing cold, wondering if adulthood is simply one long lesson in learning how many lives a person can hold at once. Maybe that sounds dramatic, but honestly, I don't think it is. I think it's reality, at least for many women. The mothers, the founders, the daughters, the carers, the women quietly holding entire ecosystems together while trying not to lose themselves in the process. Because life rarely arrives one thing at a time. Nobody tells you that. Nobody tells you grief can arrive in the same season as opportunity, that heartbreak can sit beside gratitude, that building a dream can happen while someone you love is falling apart, that your most beautiful chapter might begin in the middle of one of your hardest. Life doesn't arrive neatly. It arrives all at once. The last 18 months have felt a little like that. Beautiful, brutal, sacred, so messy. A season of carrying and a season of letting go. There has been so much grief, the kind that quietly rearranges the furniture inside yourself, inside your heart. The kind that changes the shape of your family. And the kind that reminds you that life is so fragile, precious, and honestly never guaranteed. There were health scares, the kind that stop you in your tracks and remind you what actually matters. There was motherhood, real motherhood, not the version we post. The version where your children are growing faster than your heart can keep up. The version where you're helping them navigate life while still navigating your own. That version where your heart lives outside your body every single day. And there was business, not just building, becoming, growing. Because if you've ever built something meaningful, you'll know this too. Businesses don't just reveal your strengths. They reveal your fears, your scarcity, your need for control, your doubts, your attachment to outcomes. They introduce you to your entire self. But perhaps what surprised me most was how much this season asked me to release. Because we talk a lot about growth as becoming stronger, wiser, more successful, more healed, more confident, more. But nobody talks enough about the role of letting go. And the real truth is, for me, the last 18 months have asked me to let go of a lot. And it's not just people, it's been versions of myself, expectations, certainties, dreams, visions, friendships, businesses, identities. There have been chapters I loved that reached their honest, natural end. Or chapters I'd held onto and got so much rope burn that I finally realized I needed to close them down. Businesses that served a season of my life beautifully and then asked to be released. Friendships that have completely changed shape. Relationships that taught me something important before moving on. Plans that didn't unfold the way I'd hoped or imagined. And if you've ever watched something end that you desperately wanted to keep, you'll know that grief isn't always about the thing itself. Sometimes it's about the future you imagined attached to it. There were moments I questioned myself, moments I wondered whether I'd made the wrong decisions, whether I'd failed or if I was a failure, whether I'd somehow gotten it all wrong. But life has a funny way of revealing what is actually happening, because often what feels like failure is really completion. Sometimes something can be right for a version of you and still not belong in the next chapter. That doesn't make it a mistake. It makes it complete. And some of the bravest things I've ever done have been building, then been letting go. Somewhere in all of this, life kept teaching me this same lesson. A lesson I'm still learning, if I'm brutally honest. I can't save everyone. Such a simple sentence, but such a painful one, because when you love deeply, your instinct is often so naturally to rescue, to fix, to hold, to carry, to take responsibility, to make things okay, especially if you're the hyphenated capable one, the strong one, the dependable one, the one everyone turns to. But eventually, love and responsibility become tangled together, and exhaustion starts masquerading as virtue. I've spent parts of my life carrying things that were never mine to carry, and nobody asked me to. Other people's emotions, other people's outcomes, other people's healing, other people's choices, and maybe that's why I've been quiet. That even makes me tear up, because life has been teaching me the difference between love and rescue on a whole new level. The difference between support and responsibility. The difference between holding space and carrying weight. And maybe that's the lesson I want to leave with you today in this returning episode. Not because I've mastered it, but because I'm learning it in real time. Capacity isn't how much you carry. Capacity is knowing what belongs to you and what doesn't. Feel that for a moment. Capacity isn't how much you can carry. It's knowing what belongs to you and what doesn't. I think so many women are exhausted because we've convinced or we've confused strength with endurance. We've mistaken self-sacrifice for love. We've built identities around being the capable one, the reliable one, the strong one, the one who can handle it. And then we wonder why we're so damn tired, why we're overwhelmed, why we feel disconnected from ourselves. And maybe the answer isn't that you're failing. Maybe you're simply carrying too much that isn't yours. Maybe you've been holding things that were never yours, and maybe you've forgotten that you are actually allowed to put some of it down. And maybe that's why Muse Haus is returning now, not because I've figured life out. Honestly, the older I get, the less interested I am in certainty. I'm returning to this space because I think we're all craving somewhere to tell the truth. A place where grief and gratitude can sit at the same table. A place where motherhood and ambition do not have to compete. A place where strength and softness are both welcome. A place where we can stop performing our lives and start inhabiting and truly being in them. A place where all of us is welcome. A place where all of us is safe, and a place where we really remember. Because the truth is, I wasn't absent, I wasn't lost, I wasn't falling behind. I was living. And living was teaching me things I couldn't have learned any other way. And maybe you've been living too. Maybe you've been carrying more than anyone knows. Maybe you've been grieving. Maybe you've been rebuilding. Maybe you've been questioning everything. Maybe you've been letting go. Maybe you've been becoming, or maybe like me, you've been deeply remembering who you are beneath the noise. And if that's where you are today, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If something in this episode, in this conversation, which feels more appropriate to say, stirred you, you don't need to rush to understand it. Let it land. Let it soften. Let it move at its own pace. Take what resonated, leave what didn't, and trust that your inner world knows what it's doing. And I'll meet you here again next week. So until then, be gentle with yourself.